when you start, you just feel like you're on your own, you know, because you see the vision, but no one else sees the vision. And that came with being jobless, sacrificing living at home, sacrificing time, sacrificing other opportunities of just jobs that you could have had. And obviously the mental battles that come with it. I didn't want to chase something that down the line I thought I was going to regret, and it was just going to come back and come crashing down. Instead of dwelling on your struggles that you were doing, I was keeping myself busy elsewhere as well, you know? Like I was...
Brothers and sisters, want to welcome back to also Wayno.
I used to start at 4 in the morning and finish at like 5. It was like a security driving job. That was the worst job I've ever worked about. That was the worst job I've ever worked about. That made me go back like, man, nah, I'm not doing this. The beginning's not always going to be pretty. Like that's what I know now for sure, is the beginning is never going to be pretty.
What are some of the other qualities that like really make you go, oh no, I really want to strive?
A quality for me is...
The $1 million question. Is there Miss La'ai Mandate? Welcome to Mandate, where we navigate fresh perspectives and nothing is off the table. Tonight's guest is not from Tamaki Makaurau. In fact, he's from the 04, from Windy Valley, the Hurricanes territory, also known as P-Town, Purirua, Cannons Creek. The man is an amazing talent in terms of music. He's a reggae artist. The man also uses his bilingual skills. He sings in Samoan and in English. And you'll recognize him, his sultry voice on the airwaves, but also on all these several social media platforms as well. And so you recognize him with the songs like Seo Lo'u Polonga, Lo Nei Tino. And also the man's just finished a new track called Tama Ole Whaiwhai Aso. And so the man is an amazing individual, incredibly talented. Please put your hands together for the man himself, Wayne La'ai, also known as Wayno!
Too much.
Also, hey, I thought we'd just do something different now, Wayne. Maybe if you want to say something in Samoa, introduce yourself or your nu'u or something in the mother tongue also.
Oh yeah, mo no whatalo I le topa I ma toma madu Samoa, tau Samoa whainga ora le o sile ora ona. Ai fisi perivi inga ma whafutata to siri ese watu. Wa whafutata ma whutanga ni po. Ya ai mesi fo ni tala noanga. Ni futu la de fiafi. Talofa lava. Ro ingoa o committee of ese Wayne La'ai. O lo tama o le moa ma reko La'ai. Tau mai sai lo fata. Ma leo moenga I Samoa. O lo tinao talapona sina tala La'ai. Mai vai le palabri ma salonga I Savai. And I'm Wayne from Cannons Creek, Purirua.
Yeah, man, awesome. Also, hey, it is a privilege to have you on also at the table. Obviously, the boys couldn't make it, but hey, we got Caroline. Caroline's obviously we go back 8 years ago. But also tell us, because you're in Tamaki Makaurau, you're in Auckland. Obviously, there's something brewing. Obviously, you were at Polyfest last weekend. But also tell us also, because you've been touring. You've rubbed shoulders with a lot of elitist reggae artists, music artists. But also tell us also what's to happen in 2024, and tell us anything new or brand new that's in the pipelines also.
Yeah. I've been in Auckland since I just got here last Friday. I came for Polyfest. And that was my first Polyfest. That was mean. I only ever seen Polyfest on YouTube and that before that. Yeah, I mean I really had high expectations, but man, that was a mean even performance. And it's funny because those kind of festivals, I mean, I never done Polyfest and that, but like Pacifica and other family friendly festivals, they're the hard ones, eh? They're like the ones where everyone's just looking at you from the grass. But Polyfest was mean. All the kids were real into it. It was, by that time, it was real kumu and everyone was there because we were right before the results. So it was real kumu at that time. And that vibe was amazing, bro. Like I've done heaps of those. Yeah, like again the friendly family festivals. But damn, that was something else. I think it was real cool that it was a Samoan stage. And thank you ASB Polyfest Samoa for the opportunity.
Yeah, man.
What was the rest of your question?
Oh, just what else have you been up to in 2024?
Man, last year I was real busy. I had a lot of gigs that I wanted to do last year. Heaps of stuff that I wanted to tick off the bucket list. And yeah, it went mean. I had fun. This year was more about trying to spend some more time at home and in the studio. I still got some gigs coming up lined up. Stuff that I already planned last year. So, but I'm trying to. I mean, I'll still gig, but I'm trying to not gig as much and get back into the studio. I'm trying to work on projects. I'll say projects because they're not really albums. But I'm working on some projects, and hopefully, get some more studio time, this year. Yeah, that's it for now. Eh?
Yeah. That's cool. You're keeping us in suspense. Also. Yeah, that's good, man. I like that, man. But tell us, because even before then, because I know music has been instrumental in your life. I know you were up in Tamaki Makaurau for several years to do your study. With audio engineering and everything, your bachelor's in music, but also tell us, because we obviously we met you 8 years ago out in Cannons Creek, Puriroa, but tell us, was this always the vision? Was this always the vision, like in terms of, or was it just by chance?
Nah, it was always the vision. I think it was, I always pinpoint, I always go in different interviews and different podcasts and pinpoint different times where I thought that I had the vision. Every podcast gets a different moment. But one was when Fiji came to Poriroa. George Vekoso, when he came to Poriroa for Creekfest, and it was our 10-year anniversary. And that was the first time I've seen Fiji perform. It was a heaps of other artists. It was my first time seeing a lot of artists perform. Free Houses Down was there, Savage, at ease. So we had a mean ass lineup, and I was year 13 at Poriroa College. And that was my first time out, because I was making music in school, and that was my first time on Creekfest. And then that same time I got to share the stage with obviously Fiji and all of those guys. And it was when I watched Fiji at Creekfest. Man, I always remember that performance. A couple of other performances that he's done, but it was those performances around that age that like made me really want to chase it. I was like, that's what I want to do, kind of thing. And as the years went on, it always, like you learn new stuff and then you try to adapt to this, and you learn new other stuff and you try to adapt to that. So I'm not exactly where I thought I'll be, but somewhere around about. And I was planning for hopefully being a successful musician in my own way.
Man, that's awesome also.
Yeah.
But you're so cool about you also, because I love that you're anga Samoa, you're wha Samoa. It's obviously it's an intricate part of who you are. Yeah. It's a special part of who you are in terms of the culture. Also, there's not too many, there's very few artists in Aotearoa, New Zealand, that kind of sing the bilingual uses, whether it be te reo or whether it be in Tongan or Samoan Niuean. But I love how you you fuse it in together and you mix it in together with your music. Was that part of the vision as well? Was that something that you like, what, I'm going to use the bilingual, I'm going to use the Samoan, Ganganga Samoa and with my tracks?
Along with having Fiji and your J Books, your Spawn Breezy, along with having them as my idols, man, I was idolizing all the Samoan artists as well, like Eva, RSA, Missy Luki, It's probably because of my dad, because my dad was listening to it, and I was listening to it like we had no choice, see. But then, I finished school and then I fell in love with those songs, man. And I was kind of like listening to both of it. Along with my circle of friends, like we all loved our Samoan music growing up. So again, that's what I mean by it. Like when I saw Fiji, I wanted to be like Fiji, like a reggae artist, you know. But then as my career went along, man, I fell in love with making Samoan music, and kind of discovered what I could do there. And when I did like shift my focus to Samoan music, it did hit different, and it was something different. And creating process was different, and just real, it's real spiritual, real emotional, and I kind of felt at home with doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what I love to do, and that's why I kind of stuck there. It's you know, I still try, and I got a million of Palangi songs that I have that no one else has heard, but it just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know. I think I'm just a fob now. But I just love my Samoan music.
Man,
Yeah.
and the shows also, all the old school. I don't know, have you done a 5-star track?
A 5-star? No, not yet.
But you have done a bit Benita to your fault, have you?
No, I haven't done Benina Tia 14.
Oh man,
So many songs, eh? Yeah,
Keep it going forever.
yeah, I could.
I love what you just said there, that it hits different. You know, it feels more emotional and spiritual.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Where does that all come from?
I think it's like a nostalgic thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like singing those songs and like, you know, just automatically feel like I'm back at church, you know, singing, because my family used to always sing, you know, drunk and sober. They used to always sing as well. So I used to grow up singing with my family, and then I grew up singing with church. Like then I came to like recording process of doing my Samoan songs, and then, you know, sometimes I'll like be singing and then working on my songs, and I just get emotional from it. And I said it before on I know some podcast, but it's when I'll do something, you know, whether it's a cheerful or sad song, like, man, when something hits me so emotional that I like nearly cry, that's when I know, oh yeah, it's up. Then I
Yeah.
upload it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
some superpower. Hey,
Yeah, if I can make myself cry, then hopefully
a winner.
everyone else is gonna cry with me.
it's a winner.
Yeah,
Because are you quite an emotional person or not?
bro, I don't want to, but I am. It's because of my mum. I know my mum, like my mum's emotional as, like she'll cry at this thing, she'll cry at this thing, but that's just normal way. And my sister's like that 100%.
Oh, but your
So I
dad.
try. No, my dad is not emotional. But I try to be like my dad. I think I'm staunch, but man, I just watch my sister play rugby and I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it was because you mentioned you got some Palangi songs. I don't know, they're still kind of in the vault, so to speak. But also, are these songs or original songs, or are they?
Yeah. I got so the Palangi songs, because of, like, I'd love to be able to know how to write. I mean, I can write something simple in Samoan, you know, but the Samoan music that you hear from like back then, even like the Samoan artists from back home now, and the songs that they do, like, you know, those lyrics are different. So I can't write like that. So then I still have my Palangi songs too. That's my originals, eh? So I got those projects coming out soon as well. But bro, I'm just happy that like there's people listening to my music, so now I'm gonna force them to listen to my originals.
Yeah, no, that's cool,
That's
man.
cool.
Very clever, very clever. Obviously, you with the usos as well. Kasiki.
Kasiki,
Yeah, Kasiki,
yeah.
the usos. So how was it that from being an individual artist and then kind of come together, collaborating with other artists? And so how's that for you in terms of how the process and how everything works?
Man, that's fun too. Like, I mean, with Kaseki, it's like I kind of take the back seat. I have Nathan Lopa and Favor Brown with me on Kaseki. Favor Brown is like musician god, bro. He's like from Samoa though, and he came over when he was I don't know how old he was, but he came over in 2016. And he's like the musician. He can play everything. And then Nathan is like golden voice. He's a amazing MC. He MCs like a lot of the stuff in Wellington for your Samoan and your Tokelau like functions there, because he's half Samoa, half Tokelau. And then I'm just the third person who hopefully brings it a little bit together. And but for Kaseki, I'm kind of just I'm just there.
You're the star.
Yeah, no, but they do a lot for Kaseki, and I'm there with my experience. Eh? Yeah, because Nathan's the lead singer, Favor as like the muso. But then what makes it work for all three of us is we all love old school Samoan music. Yeah, and that's kind of what got us together, eh?
Man, it's awesome.
Other than your love for Samoan music, do you also see that what you're also doing is you're keeping that part of our culture alive and the history, and you're keeping it alive and modern so that we don't lose it? And I really want to acknowledge that you're doing that as well as enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's so important, eh?
Yeah, I don't. That was, I mean, because you always want to like try and look for, you don't want to just be, I mean, I learned all of this too. You don't want to just be like another artist. And so I kind of had something to, something to chase. And that was like, it's like, oh, true. So I can help in language, eh? Because that kind of came after. People were telling me that after. They were like, man, like my kids don't even speak Samoan, but they know all your songs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so then I'm just like, I was trying to do. Yeah, I was meant to do that.
It comes with it, eh?
Yeah.
And now you can own that.
Yeah. Now that's what I'm doing.
You know what I love, Wayne, is sometimes we hear, some of our Pasifika artists, and they always share that, they were forced into music at a young age, and it doesn't sound like that for you, eh?
Yeah.
Sounds like it was a pretty awesome upbringing.
Yeah. Nah, there was that as well. I reckon.
Was it?
Yeah, there was.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, because you always gotta have that parent that takes you to all your lessons and.
Oh, that's right.
But I kind of didn't even yeah, you're right, because I didn't even talk about that anymore. Like, yeah, it was like I did go through the forcing stages and all of that, but
At a young age?
at a young age, yeah.
How young was young?
I think I started learning piano 10
Oh, wow.
when I was 10. And then I played at church.
Oh, okay.
But even with that, like, it wasn't even it was a little bit forced, because as a little kid, you're like by year and
Want to go play outside.
Yeah, you want to play outside, but you're inside learning piano and all of that. So it was a little bit forced, but my dad told me that at a young age he could see that I loved music, like just anything to do with music. I was playing like broken guitars and broken pianos, and I loved the singing as a little kid and all of that. So he said that's the reason why he bought me a guitar, bought me a piano. So, and that's the blessings now, eh?
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of, it is forced, but yeah, have to do.
Yeah. But forced because he saw that you had the natural talent.
Yeah.
And then I guess with everything, talent's not enough.
Yeah.
You got to work at it, and that comes with discipline and authority, maybe.
Yeah, and that's where he comes in.
Yeah. And how is he now that he's seen your success? Or
he
your
loves
journey?
it. Yeah, my dad's my number one fan.
Oh.
Yeah. He like plays all my music at home. He's just on YouTube watching all
your
my
gigs.
videos. Watching all my videos on
You
YouTube.
behaving yourself in your videos.
That's why you gotta make sure.
That's why.
So you make sure.
So you do in your room.
So you have a close friends.
No girls on stage, eh?
But my dad's real happy. Like, he's real quiet. There's staunch Samoan dads, but it's when they're quiet, they're happy.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's
cool.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's common for a lot of our like Samoan dads?
Oh yeah. Oh, especially my dad, because even in rugby, like rugby games, like if I had a good rugby game, I know I had a good rugby game because he's just not saying anything.
Oh, the car ride's nice, eh?
Oh, the
It's
car
a good car ride. Otherwise,
it's all those
yeah.
scratching the head. And
Yeah.
Otherwise forced.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise,
Oh, what would we do with our
no more rugby. Go play piano now.
but you mentioned rugby also because you're a good rugby player. But if you this is I don't know
Yeah,
if
I'll let you
if you want to talk about it, but I know you're into your sports as well, and you're a hardcore rugby player as well. So was it an easy transition from the sports field, rugby field, and then straight to the music? Or was it just something that was that your other passion? Was that something you're passionate about as well?
No, I was, man. I loved playing rugby. The ultimate thing with rugby was I hated fitness, and I was lazy. And I was asthmatic, so I wasn't made for fitness in the first place.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so it was like it was against me. But no, yeah, and there was a time where I was like, am I gonna do music or am I gonna be an All Black?
Jeez.
But yeah, nah. I remember because at that age, 18, I was like, yeah, nah, I don't like fitness.
It was just
I'll
that
go
bit.
sing. I'll go sing.
But you have to be fit to sing too, right?
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
man, I'm not that fit.
Oh no, because I was watching your tribute to Fiji in 2021 with Brownhill.
Yeah.
And also, man, just those songs you were singing, is one after the other. Just the
Oh yes, yeah, man.
bro. So you I don't know. You talk about fitness, vocal fitness, bro.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. But you still get tired on stage too.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. You're right.
Jeez.
If this be some type of
So in the Mangava,
That's why I don't dance. That's why you see me. That's why you see my performances, and I'm just standing in one spot.
Reserving your energy, eh?
Yeah.
Reserving it for
Yeah.
the rest of the gig. I was going to ask, my gosh, I had a question that just left me, but what is the vision? Like, what is the vision? What is Wayne's vision? Because Wayno's a part of it, eh?
Yeah. Man, I don't know. I don't see the end vision. Like,
Okay, that's cool.
I just kind of take this opportunity, and just trying to grow. Like I don't want to. Yeah, because I don't even have like a end focus. I'm not reaching too far.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of taking everything as it comes. And I've been doing that for years, like ever since I started.
Yeah.
I've just been like, oh, this opportunity comes, taking.
So has it come to you, or have you chased it? Have you hustled for
Nah,
it?
that's
or-
both. Yeah, it's both. You gotta your hustle on as well, eh?
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't, for a lot of people that I've met, is like, there's the thing of being too cool. I mean, it's like too cool to try hard, eh?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of that, especially around my age, and there was a lot of it might because I've thought about it, and I was like, it might be coming from people who are like scared to fail, eh? 'Cause that's another big one. But yeah.
Do you reckon it's that, or do you think is it the fear of failure, or is it people are just not emotionally able to hold the criticism? Because it's when you're on the public
that's a big one
stage,
too. Yeah.
you're on public stage, like that's some people are gonna love you, and then some people not, and some people are gonna say stuff, and you almost have to have a real thick skin for that.
No,
eh?
yeah, you do. That's happened heaps, and I know a lot of friends and people who are also doing what I'm doing, who have gone through the same things, and I wouldn't say like not taking it well, but just it did get to them, and it did create hurdles for them in these spaces. But yeah, that's a real thing, eh? I don't know. It's a good talking point, eh?
I think
that's
so.
hard out.
Yeah.
I think so,
But
because
do you find it like in terms of obviously there's going to be trolls, whether you like it or not. They're going to troll you, and people are not going to always love you or like you, or they're going to loathe you. But do you find it it's more of our people or was it just a mixture?
Yeah. I think because it's our circle, and like, you know, you start with your family, then your friends, then people you know, and I think it's because we're surrounded with our people. You know, that's where we're getting the love and criticism from. So when we do get the criticism from our people, you know, that's who we're pointing to. But we get the love from the same people, you know. So I wouldn't be pointing to that's just our own people. I reckon it's, you know, the people who know what we're doing. This, so I wouldn't say it's our people, but it's definitely out there. And like the people talk about it, and it's like you gotta have, you say you gotta have thick skin, but some people are like not built like that, eh? Like some people, because I know some people, like I'll talk to them about it, you know, don't let it get to you. Like, bro, who cares? And then like they don't really get past it, eh?
Yeah. Because I love what you said, that you those opportunities didn't just arrive. You had to hustle, and as a creator, because you're not just the performer, you're also the creator, and you're the hustler, and you're everything that goes with your product. And I think because you've done it all of the intricates, that produces thick skin almost, to the point where, man, I've had to sweat, I've had to bleed, I've had to do all this stuff. Like, it's almost like I don't give a F what people think. And I think if people haven't done, I don't know, for me personally, I just wonder if people haven't done some of the hard yards, maybe the skin's not as... No,
that's a massive part of it too, because then if it's like almost, if you don't learn how to work yourself, then that criticism that comes, you don't know how to work with that, you know. If you can't like handle your inner strength of being disciplined here and disciplined here, then probably when you get all that hate, it just comes and you're like, oh, like don't know what to do, eh?
Yeah.
Like, but I reckon, you're right. Like, being disciplined in yourself does help you grow as a person as well. Being, you know, where that kind of stuff doesn't even matter, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really care. Like, that's like me. Like, that's why I don't really want to say it to people. Like, bro, don't listen to them. You know, who cares? Like, who cares? Because I don't know if they feel the same way as me. Like, but I don't care.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know that they're probably like, nah, I care. So I don't know how to approach those.
Because I'm really interested in your perspective, because you have artists that either just sing or they just, you know, they have a like a component, like a bit of the whole business. Because would you say as well that in this industry, you're now a businessman as well?
Pretty much.
You're also a businessman of your own product, which is bloody amazing. Like, kudos to you. And so for people who, and so I guess what I'm saying is, when you get your song out, you're not just, here's a song, everyone. You're like pushing it out, like, hey, listen to it, because a lot of stuff is gone. It's made me cry. You know, I've had to really think about the words. Like, it's meaningful. Like, you better enjoy it because it's been created with so much. Whereas other people, if you get them to just sing it, they're like, oh, they're a little bit more, more sensitive.
I think, with that though, is like, how you're saying, like, you better like it, it's with me, it's like, if I don't like it, bro, then you're not gonna hear it. Like, that's my thing. Like, I cry because I love those songs. Something hit me, and then I'm like, okay, surely someone's on the same page. Eh? That's cool. That's kind of like that's kind of I started doing that, and that's what worked. Eh? Like, if I love it, and then people like ought to love it as well.
I've heard some artists that have come on the podcast who've shared the ones that they thought was going to be a hit was not a hit, and then the ones that they thought wasn't going to be a hit was a hit. And on your end, you've got a different instinct around it, eh?
I mean, because for me, like, I think all my songs that I'm releasing are all gonna hit. Like, I don't release anything that I don't like. You know, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this might hit, I'll try it. Like, nah. If I don't like it, then you're not gonna.
It's good. It's like, you know it. You just know instinctively. You know this is going to be the song.
And then like, I love it. They'll come out, and then people love it. I love it. People will come out. It doesn't. It creates like, because a lot of heaps of times is like disappointment on your work. Like you think it's gonna do really good, and then you see the views, and you're kind of disappointed from that. To where like, man, I don't even care. I love the song. I don't care if you love it, but there's gonna be people who love it. You know, so when it hits and when it doesn't hit, like I don't even care.
You just go with the people where it hits.
Yeah, like pretty much.
That's awesome.
That's mean.
You know what I like about that, Wayne, is because it takes the pressure off you.
Yeah,
And I think
pretty
people
much.
put a lot of pressure on themselves if it doesn't go as they expected it to go, and think, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's happened a lot, man. That's why. Yeah, that's how they came up, because that's happened a lot. People have, you know, because they do, like they put in the hard work.
Yeah.
They've done their promotion, they've done their studio hours, like for weeks, for months, and then they release this project, and they like don't get the views that they wanted, and then they get disappointed from that, you know. So that's, yeah, but that's a real thing, because they'll get disappointed and some will just stop.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
But I like your mindset. I like your philosophy in terms of, hey, if it's a hit and miss, but for you, it's like, hey, I gotta love my song. I gotta love the music myself.
Yeah.
And if people don't like it, then it's too bad. But you enjoy it. Obviously, there's a lot of people who love it. So you must be doing something right also, because there's a lot of people who are loving your music, man.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, so if because I've just released everything I love, man, and I'm blessed that everyone loves my music. It's just music that I love.
Is your I'm just wondering, because I mean, there's one thing to know that it's music that you love that you're putting out there, but are you doing something different, like marketing wise, or like putting it? Are you doing something different that might also be helping?
Marketing wise, I learned like on the way, bro. Like on, man, I learned from every song. Like,
you got an agent, you got a manager,
no,
You do
you're
it all.
self-managed.
Yeah, man, businessman.
Mr. Entrepreneur, man.
Own it.
I just learn from, and I learn from like my friends. Like, I'm really good friends with Victor J. Sefo, and he's amazing in business and doing his like drops and his releases and planning this and planning that. But we've both just like figured it out on the way, because we kind of both started together, and then we both started gigging together, and we came up together. So, and we both talk about it, like, bro, this works and this works and this works. So it's just been over the years, I've just been taking like what works from here, and that's my marketing.
Jeez.
No,
Trade secrets, eh?
yeah, because it's always changing too.
Yeah, that's right. There's a real thinking around it, eh? Like it's not just just release it. Like it's
there's just a lot of cases, like what time is like everyone online and all of that. Like what time should you release the song?
Just
Like how many promos? Because sometimes you do too many promos, and then sometimes not enough. No one knows your song's coming out. Man, it's heaps, eh?
It's a real science around it, eh?
Oh man.
I think that's cool. I think obviously people always think about. I know I was chatting to someone. They said, "Oh, I know people always say it's not how you start, it's how you finish." But I was talking to a young person. I forgot who it was, but hopefully, whoever that was, props to you. But he said that it's people always think about the end product, but they forget about the middle. They forget about the journey. And I love what you're doing in terms of the journey thus far. Is that you're learning the ropes along the way, and I think sometimes. It's the best thing sometimes, eh? People just learning on the journey and coming up with a new way of creating music, but also marketing your music. And so also, man, you do some awesome work in terms of the marketing if you're doing it on your own.
Man, like a new way of living, bro. Like,
Jeez.
man, like if I literally done this from my parents bought me a laptop 2011, and I just learned how to use that, and I learned how to use this, learned how to use this, and now it's like that's like my income now, So it's like, yeah, it's my passion, is my music and all that. But man, by my age, you're like, yeah, it's a way of living. You just want to live.
Hey, you're thriving. You're not surviving.
Yeah, not surviving me. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. I love it because I think we just know you as the muso.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think some people know you maybe as just the performer. But you're not just that, you're the creator, but you're also the dude who actually has a music company that exists and holds all of that. And I think that side needs to be shared because all week I've been hearing this saying, you can't sell a secret, you can't sell a secret. And we have so much talent in our, in New Zealand, I don't want to segregate the other cultures, but across the country, especially in Porirua, South Auckland,
Cannons Creek,
Cannons Creek, like there's some mean as talent there. And I think it's one thing to go, let's refine your talent, but it's a whole nother thing to go, now figure out your hustle.
Yeah.
Figure out how to share that with the world so that they can, like you said, you can live off it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. And like what I've heard heaps is over the years is like if you have a passion for it, like that's so real. If you have a passion for business, if you have a passion for music, and then that's just gonna help you, it's gonna bring your energy to what you're doing. You can't just, because there's a lot of people who are just, bro, I experienced this the other day. You just catch up with the boys that you haven't seen in ages, and a lot of them is just like, bro, what you been up to? And everyone's just work. Hey, oh man, just been busy working. And it's more than that, like you don't want to just keep saying that to everyone you haven't seen in ages, and they're like, oh, just been busy working. And then that's what you've been doing for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm so happy that I get to be doing this. And I know that there's ways for other people to be doing their passions, but it's just figuring it out, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know what it is for everyone, because everything's different. So I didn't I want to help as much as I can, but I didn't have the answers for everyone. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the narrative I want to help change too.
Yeah, that's cool. So what do you say to them when they ask you, hey, what have you been up to?
It's like, nah, just life.
They're like, man, they're like, I know you've been like, just toured, just come back from Hawaii, just come back from America. That's just work.
Yeah.
That's mean.
Yeah.
I love that. So that I guess that there's another layer there that I think is important to bring out, because some people who are really talented, they just stay in that lane. Hey, they just go, this is all I'm good at, and this is all they will do.
Yep.
But what I'm hearing from you is your willingness to learn.
Yeah.
Your willingness to grow, your willingness to get into the uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's like business.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to learn all the business stuff on your own.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
just learn it. Yeah.
So what was like, and I think, as Pasifika people, we just came back from Samoa, and entrepreneurial
Yeah, as.
Shucks, like when you don't have money, you don't just sit there and go to wins. Like you go pull coconuts from the tree and start selling it.
Yeah.
Like they're just entrepreneurial as. You'll never go hungry there.
Yeah, that's it.
When you actually look into it.
Yeah.
But like for you, like as you've grown, like you found your talent, you found your niche, that you've grown it. You've grown it. So how do you encourage people to do that? Is it something that you're born with? Is it a passion? Like what is it that drives you to get in there, go to places, ask questions, all of that?
Yeah, it's different for me. I feel like I've always been like this. Like, I've always been an extrovert where I'm just like, this intrigues me, so I'm just like, okay, you got my figures. And then this intrigues me, so okay, you got my figures. And wanting to grow, talk about myself is like wanting to grow. I see this person and he's like, I idolize him just because of what he's doing. He's like so up there, and I'm like, I want to be like you. Focus on him, and then you get to him, you're better than him, then you focus on another person. So I think it's just trying. Yeah, you're just
good, man.
I don't know how everyone's mindset works, but that's mine.
Yeah.
I just want to be great, but because it's not all flash. It's like sometimes I'm just at home, like a whole day done nothing, like whole ass day. I haven't done anything that whole day. And then
But do you need that sometimes?
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
I think you need that sometimes, especially when you're doing it all.
Yeah.
When you're doing it all, you actually need to give yourself a break.
Yeah.
And allow yourself to. It's when it becomes 2 days.
Yeah.
3 days, 4
3
days.
days. Yep. That's it. But it's even like at home, like I say nothing, man, but my mind's still racing, like I say nothing, but then while I'm scrolling and you see like a gig, then you see, oh, who's this person? But that's all little work that I do, and I just fat mow that here, and just memorize like and I would say then, yeah, I done nothing that whole day. But I'm just sitting there like, oh, trying to think of, next gigs and next gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about gigs because I know you've done, I don't know how many you've done thus far, but also has there been a gig you feel like, man, nah? Is there really like times you just have to say no? Or has there been a gig where you're like, why did I say yes to these people or this person?
Oh, heaps.
Tell us, give us an example of when you're like, man, why? It okay me.
Heaps, but man, no, the big one now is like I kind of feel like that I've been doing this heaps, and then I've kind of been running into situations where I walk into the nightclub, into the gig that I'm doing, and I'm like, sometimes like, what am I doing here?
What time does that start? Like 2 a.m.?
Yeah, like one in the morning, like to midnight, like those gigs. To where back then, I was like fresh and I was keen as, and nightclub. Ooh, but yeah, that's what's been happening recently. I walk into a nightclub and I'm like,
What keeps you there?
man,
Dig deep. Like, what keeps you there, bro?
He's a businessman, I guess.
hey, you just get their back. Yeah, man. Because before it was like real fun doing it with the boys and all of that. But there's heaps of times now to like, if you're talking about gigs where I'm like, oh, why did I do this? Yeah, heaps of times I'm like that now. I'm like, do I really want to be here?
Have you started saying no?
Yeah, heaps. Yeah,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you. So you're starting to know, which you can choose now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another hard thing was with being an artist is knowing your worth. Like, man, I charged under for so long, eh?
Yeah.
And other people were telling me this, bro, you're not charging enough, bro. Like, what are you doing? And then trying to lift your price. There's like ask for a raise once.
So what happened? What happened when you did like obviously with some of those clubs or whatever, or the gigs, and you kind of underpriced your value. So when you did say, you know what, I'm worth more than this. Yeah. What was the response? What was the reaction?
Oh, some of them just don't get back to you. Like if you, bro, because they're at the same time they're trying to do their business too.
Yeah.
And they're trying to hustle you as well. But yes, most times, like when I first started, and I was taking any gigs I could, and there were people who were like, "Oh yeah, can you do this gig for this?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, of course." But now I'm just like, if you can't pay my fee, then I'm not there. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's time away from the studio.
Yeah, time away from studio, time away from home, time away from sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, because you need that break.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not going to be mentally able to hold everything. Yeah, good on you.
And then the other hard gigs are when you have to go do like a fifth birthday. When you have to go do a fifth birthday, but you're missing out on one love.
Are you serious?
But you really said yes. You really said yes to the birthday.
Oh, you're so
no, you could. Hey, that's good. That's
Yeah,
integral, man. That's
man.
yeah.
How long did you stay there for?
Yeah, I just sang one song and then no. But yeah, those are the other hard gigs really, because
People book it.
Because you already booked, you didn't just do those ones. Oh, sorry, I can't make it.
Good on you. I think that's good. That's
just do those sometimes.
Could you do a video vision?
Yeah.
A Zoom.
Skype,
Zoom.
yeah.
A Zoom. Skype. Oh, what age are you?
Holy. Skype.
Skype is old.
Man, that's how old my laptop is.
Skype.
Oh,
my
man.
gosh.
Well, has there been a gig in terms of like a massive gig? You're like, man, I can't wait for this gig. You get there, you're like, my goodness, and you're just not feeling it. Has there been moments where you're just like, I'm just not feeling it, the vibe, I'm not in the right mindset or the groove? Has there been moments like that?
Yeah, man, like it's just like going to work and you haven't had a good like morning, or you haven't had a good day. You're not, stuff happening outside of work. But you still have to go on stage, smile, sing, and then come back off and get back to life. Yeah, man, that happens. That happens to everyone, man. Like, you still got to do your job. And like at the end of the day, if they're paying you to do this, man,
Gotta show up.
they're paying the product. Like, You can't let anything.
Nice one.
How did you figure out your worth? Like, how were you able to? Because I think that's a hard thing for a lot of business people to do,
Yeah.
or people who own, what they've created, is to now give it a price. Like, how did you figure that out?
Man, again, that's just work like you do with talking to this person, talking to this person. Like, how much do you charge? How much do you charge? There was a time where one of the years, man, I probably done like 20 gigs that year, and people were like, "Bro, why are you doing so many gigs? Like, fuck, this guy's everywhere." It's because I was charging like $500,
Oh,
and like, but that was it at the time, and I had no idea. And then people would tell me, and I'll ask this person, "How much are you getting paid? How much are you getting paid?" So, oh, okay. Then I would start lifting my price. I used to compare myself to other people
oh yeah,
and just see what they were doing and how much they were charging.
cool.
Man.
But then it just kind of becomes your own thing. Like, how much do you want to charge?
Yeah,
But for me, it's different for everything. Like, I wouldn't charge the same at, like, you say, One Love than I would at, like, a 70th birthday or something.
Or fifth
Yeah.
birthday.
or a 5th birthday.
So you go from 500 to 50,000 now.
yeah. 50,000 for 5th birthday.
yeah, you'd have to. God, that's a hard one, eh?
Mm.
Especially when you're trading it off for
Yeah.
one of those gigs. But when you've said yes, you're gonna be integral,
Yeah.
because people will just put your email up on Facebook.
Yeah. Hey, but I learned that from before, because I used to be like that too. Being younger and being like dumb. I used to like, oh no, I don't want to do this. And I just want to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think
don't do that.
I think you learned that integrity stuff from Spirit of Light.
Yeah. What's Spirit of Renaissance?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe
that rings a bell.
I don't know, man. Oh, I just bring back bad memories, man. Oh, man.
You know what? Quick story. We went to a nightclub one night because somebody invited us to go watch the gig. The gig didn't start till 2 a.m. 2 a.m. and we were there at 10 o'clock. Man, and we just sat there, and I was just like, this poor lady, she's an international artist. She's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Why the hell are you here? And so,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe you should take this bit off. But
Yeah.
why are you here? And it was dungy as.
True.
And when she came out, I just felt for her. I was like, why would you come to this place?
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, they better be paying you good, man.
That's probably why.
Well, I hope they were paying her, but she did say that because that's where she got love from.
Okay.
From that place, and a lot of people showed love to her, so she thought, I'll give back to them.
It was like a fifth birthday.
yeah. 5th birthday.
Very sad. But just going back to your musicals, obviously you've done some international trips back and forth, and some of the artists that you've rubbed shoulders with and had kind of collaborated with. Who's been the number one? Obviously Fiji's like the number one for you.
Yeah.
But who else has been like, man, I can't believe I was actually singing with this person or actually done some work with this person.
Yeah.
Who are some of the artists that you've
Oh man, a lot of them, man. Like to like in the industry, they're not that famous, but to me, they're like my top 5 artists. So a lot of them, all of them, are like Spawn Breezy, like J Boog, and like those are like my guys. Like I wasn't listening to Kanye West or Jay-Z or like Spawn Breezy to me was like Chris Brown. Like so when I got to sing with and I've got to sing with like most of them now.
Wow.
So when I got those opportunities, that always took me back. That's like my elite. That's like that was my goal, like to sing with these people. And yeah, no, it was humbling. Like I was pinching myself, and it was emotional. Yeah.
Do you get
Wasn't me.
nervous?
Or
Or you just buzzing out like, I just want to do this?
Yeah, it's more. No, I was nervous but excited.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Yeah.
Oh, that's such a cool mindset, because some people get intimidated.
Yeah. No, I do.
You're different.
I get intimidated in small crowds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like intimate. Oh yeah, that's scary. I can sing to a million people, but man,
And they're all looking at the
Yeah.
5 people
Yeah.
looking at you.
those intimate ones are hard.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's
I
scary.
think there's I think a lot of
That's
us.
why after that 5th birthday, damn, it's tough.
Yeah, the tough crowd. Yeah,
So great.
tough crowd. There's 5-year-old kids.
Was it the parents?
That's not Spider-Man.
Yeah, hey, that's those ones. It was, man. It was those ones. Like the parents of the fans. They're like, can you sing on my daughter's 5th birthday? That's it.
Did they have requests?
Nah, I didn't really get requests.
Oh,
yeah.
good. Oh, yeah.
Just
I wouldn't do it anyway.
This is my set.
Yeah.
So you don't get requests there. You just get just the numbers was like. Ugh.
Oh, nah, yeah, people don't really. Really good.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
no, wait, no.
He's gone quiet now.
Made me shy.
Oh man. It was just because you rub shoulders with these awesome artists. What's it been like? Obviously, when you were the new kid on the block, and you kind of go backstage, and people don't see the behind the scenes. Everyone sees on stage. What's it like? What's it like with the artists that behind the scenes, and you kind of like get to know them? I think we had someone on last time. They said, "Oh, someone's gonna be quite cutthroat." Some artists can say, "Oh no," and they come in with, I'm the top dog." Was it? Did you
Yeah.
kind of feel that kind of vibe or energy, or was it just everyone's all good?
Yeah. Bro, it's both. It's like, everyone's trying to be, top dog, low key trying to be top dog. But like, nah, that's not anything too serious. Like everyone still gets along, and backstage is good funny. Like, but yeah, I get what he's saying, because there's still people who are like, nah, I'm still Fiji, and like, the banter's still there. But I don't think it's anything too serious. Like everyone backstage, like with me though, I don't really approach artists. Like if we run into each other, then yeah, I'll talk to them. But I'm too shy to like go up to, because like I said, they're like my idols, So I still get, because I've been singing with Fiji for a couple of years now, so I still get scared talking to them. Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
I talk to Fiji like I'm talking to a Fifi. I was, yeah, you're right.
But when you're performing, is it different?
Yeah, nah, performing is like performing, like
Yeah.
you just game day, game face.
Is it like your, what is your game face? Like who's the guy who comes up on stage? Because,
Yeah.
when we met 8 years ago, you were this young, like quiet, like honestly, when I go, is that Wayne? Like honestly, I'm like, I can't marry the two people. They just seem so different to me, because you're really quiet, humble, like quite gentle, and then you see this other guy. Who is that guy on stage?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. It's I have kind of like tried to reflect on that, but like it's just different. Like, man, like that's a happy place, for real. Like just before performing, like for me, another thing that I struggle with is the rehearsals. So like rehearsals is real hard for me, like because like I'll sing rehearsals, but I'm not in character almost, But when it comes to like performance time, I just fully switch on, like, and I don't bring that to rehearsals. So I struggle with rehearsals, no matter what rehearsals. Like I struggle with that. But when it comes to like any performance, if I'm dancing for church, if I'm like singing, man, I always turn it on. But I don't know who that is. He's always been there since Komiki.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Yeah, my sister's got it too. Just performer. She's a performer. We just love the stage, Like I just love performing, and that's where that character comes from me. I know heaps of people who are similar as well, like who strive on the stage, are real charismatic. So I think I just mentally take all of them in.
So you kind of what is it? You under promote and then you over deliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's mean. That's mean.
Well, maybe because there's the energy, because when you rehearsal, no one's there, then you want to feel the energy. People come, and then you kind of time to perform.
Yep.
I don't know, maybe because I hear other artists, they always have a alter ego.
Yeah,
When
alter ego.
when
Yeah,
when they're on stage and the lights are on and people are
that's
there,
what it is.
and they just switch.
Yeah,
Like a
it's alter ego.
like a Sasha. Sasha Fierce.
Like a Sasha Fierce. Yeah, it is like an alter ego, and that's what I mean by like I struggle with rehearsals because I don't want to be alter ego at the rehearsals. but that's what. Yeah. I think I just love the stage, even like doing Polyfest back at school. That's where that comes from, and then when it comes to like now, I really break it down, and some gigs, like some really big gigs, like when I went to Samoa and all of that, I really break it down and I focus on my performance. Like I know what I'm gonna do here, know what I'm gonna do here, so that helps as well. When I go on stage, I just it's really on.
Yeah, the
Right.
best
Yeah.
performances are the ones, I mean, people don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
They think it's just all intuition, get the feel of the crowd, but you're right, it has to be quite structured, eh?
Yeah, no, you still gotta be structured, man. Like you really see, and it separates people on when you go to festivals and that, like the ones who are structured and the ones who don't really, not focused, but who don't really do much for their performance before their performance, and you see who does. It does pay off.
But it does, I can imagine, because it does add value to the performance, eh?
Massive value.
If you're going to get there and just sing and just, okay,
Yeah.
and just stand there. I know, obviously you said early on, I just stand there. But obviously there's moves. I see you have your moves, and I know you lick your lips a different way. The man, hey, take it easy, man. And so the man's like, the moves, like, what's this guy, man? So yeah, but it does. Yeah, obviously, you said it yourself, Wayno, is that you have to kind of, there's a point of difference. You have to kind of stand up from the rest. Oh man, it's just that guy's doing that. He's going the other way now. He's doing this. So the crowd's like, oh yeah. So it's depending on the crowd, depending on the deck.
Yeah. Over 18 and under 18.
SCR moves are all lua.
I bet you would do it in the first 50.
Yeah, see, now.
This is over 18.
Yeah.
Where does Weno come from? Is that your alter ego name?
That's from rugby. When I was playing rugby at school, all the boys used to call me Wayno, and just stuck. And then so I just used it as my name.
Yeah, and does the performance thing also come on the field, on the field as well, like when you're in game?
Yeah, that's the same. Even like I didn't like training and all of that, but once I was on the game, like there was straight no friends on the field. Like, yeah, man, I used to take that serious too, and I was a real grub. Yeah, like if you were against me, man, you weren't gonna like me.
Wow,
Yeah, that was
So the Wayno is your alter ego.
That's the same, man.
That's crazy.
That's it.
And that's the part of us that has no barriers, eh?
Yeah.
No filters. Like this is you remember you used to say that Batman and Robin, all those characters. That wasn't the alter ego. The alter ego was Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And they were just the facades that they would create, but the real person was not that person.
Yeah. The real was it? Yeah, it was the other way around. Yeah. So the Batman is Batman. This is who I really am. Yeah. Versus my alter ego, which is Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Who created all of that?
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, that's crazy.
But I like it because it is. I think it needs to be said because sometimes we think that performance or being on the rugby field or whatever field it is, and then you have to be an absolute killer. You just change the mindset. It's the same mindset, whatever field you're in. Yep. And so you're an absolute killer. I've seen your performances. Like, man, this guy's a killer. It just comes and you sing, and it's like, man, you kill the performance. And it's the same everywhere else. And I like that the attitude remains the same. It doesn't change. And regardless if you're not in a good mood or you're not feeling it, you still go out there, you do the job, you show up, and you kill the performance. Even if you feel like, oh man, I don't want to be here. Yeah. But this is what I do, and so I'm going to show up. And obviously you're getting paid as well. So, but man, also, man, props to you. Props to you, hard out, Wayne, because I know 8 years has gone by real fast. And like Karen was saying, you were this humble, kind of quiet, but also just kind of bright-eyed. You were always bright-eyed. We always knew that, and I think from the onset, Caroline and I knew, like, man, this guy's talented, a super talent, and you're actually doing what you envisioned and what you believed in. And that's, some people can't back that up. Some people can't even say, oh, because, sometimes we feel a bit whakamau, a bit martyrs, oh, this is what I want to do. But you said, this is the vision. It was always going to happen. This is how it's going to happen. I'm not surprised. I love that also. But through the process and the journey, has there been times where you feel like, man, I'm going through some hard times. I'm struggling. Have there been times like that in the journey thus far where you feel like, man, I'm not in a good headspace. I don't know what to do, and this is a bit of a lull, bit of a dip. Has there been times like that also?
Yeah, man, hard help. That's like, for everyone, it's like that's the part you don't see, and the part a lot of people don't talk about. And for me, it was more. I was obviously I've been doing this, and I started a couple of years back. When you start, it's like you just feel like you're on your own, because you see the vision, but no one else sees the vision, So you gotta just try and make everyone believe that this vision, and that came with being jobless. That came with sacrificing, living at home, sacrificing time, sacrificing other opportunities of just jobs that you could have had, and obviously that comes with the mental battles that come with it, like should I be doing this? This is the early stages, and that's how everyone starts, I reckon. Like, should I be doing this? Is this gonna be worth it? Am I helping my family? Because I'm still at home, and I did what I didn't want early on. I still remember is I didn't want to chase something that down the line I thought was I was gonna regret, and it was just gonna come back and come crashing down, and that was that. I've already chased this dream. I remember that's what I didn't want to do. But instead of dwelling on your struggles that you were doing, I was keeping myself busy elsewhere as well. Like I was doing my music, and I wasn't getting money from my music yet. But then then I'll just go and do a performance here with another band, and do a performance here with that band, and trying to work outside of what I really have. My struggle, what I'm struggling with now. It's just, okay, I'll feed this part, then I'll feed this part. I'll go do church then, I'll be playing for church, play rugby, and at the same time, you're still working on this, As it, for me was, a hard one was, I had no job for ages, and because I was chasing this, and I ended up going back to work. I did go back to work, and I done, bro, it was crazy. I used to start at 4 a.m. and finish at like 5. It was like a security driving job, and that was the worst job I've ever worked in. That was the worst job I've ever worked in my life, and that made me go back. Like, man, nah, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not doing this for real. Like, this is not. Then I went back to work on my craft. The thing is, the beginning's not always gonna be pretty. Like that's what I know now for sure. Is the beginning is never gonna be pretty, because it's something new to not only to you, but like to everyone. And I wasn't waking up early in the morning with my mum and dad and my sister who were getting up for work. I wasn't waking up early in the morning with them, and then they'll come back home and then I see they're tired, and I've just been home trying to work this, trying to work this part of the craft. And then I wouldn't say my mum and dad were being, and I wouldn't say my family was being judgmental, but they were almost like, you're not doing anything with your life, you're not doing, that was happening as well. I kind of just kept going. What did help me is they weren't saying like, bro, go get a job, like, and they weren't saying, your dream's far-fetched, like, they were still encouraging me, you know, like, they weren't telling me, it was like, oh yeah, that's cool, we believe in you. they weren't saying, yeah, we believe in you, you're going to be famous. But, you know, they let me do my thing. And a lot of it was communication, bro, like communication with my parents. Like, I'm doing this because of this, I'm doing this because of this. I was like, oh, sorry, I got no money, but I'm doing this, you know, sorry, I got no money, but I'm doing this. That helped me heaps, like just communicating to them, because I did realize, you know, I'm just all in my head and no one else knows what I'm thinking, and I'm trying to do this thing in my head. But communication helped heaps. Like once I figured that out, like all my parents need to know is like what I'm trying to do, and like they can help me in, you know, certain areas, because now they help me with language, with my I'll sing like wrong lyrics. But because I recorded my bedroom, my mum can hear me, and she just come open the door.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, it's low, not low. It's yeah. So that but I was shy. Like I used to keep my parents out of my whole family. I never told my family about what I was doing. Like I would just record in my room, and when my mum used to come, I used to be like, no, just get out. But now I'm just real open with, like, I started being real open and letting my mum help me, letting my dad help me. Like I started showing my dad my songs and all of that. But yeah,
man,
I don't know where I'm up to now.
No, that's cool.
It's a beautiful
That's cool,
journey,
man.
man.
What a journey! Like you, like throughout that process, also were there times, I don't know, maybe there are times where you felt like maybe this is not what I'm supposed to do. Maybe I need to go back to a 9 to 5, or was it just when you did that security job, like, man, this is no way. I'm not made to work 9 to 5. I'm here to do my own business, do my own thing, and do my music. Yeah,
no, I think I worked that dumbass job for a reason, because that was struggle, man. Like, and I just left too. I didn't even, and they had to change the locks and everything because I forgot to give the keys, and then
Yeah, like I've had enough.
Yeah,
How
I
long did
just
you stay
left.
there for?
I probably worked for nearly a year.
What?
Yeah, nearly a year doing that.
Far out.
I just
That's too long.
Yeah, and then but because the only income I was getting at that time was doing gigs, so like flying out to do gigs, and then that was my income. So then I just try to find heaps of gigs,
Yeah.
and the way you find heaps of gigs is like heaps of music, and that was what I was doing back then, is the grind on doing gigs and the grind on doing gigs, because that helps. That's almost as good as like releasing a song nowadays, man. Like a content of my gigs, and then like people will go back and start listening to my music.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
On replay.
Yeah, on replay. Just because of that moment they had at that festival, you know, the moment they had that gig, then they'll start listening to their song again. Some people listen to live music different, and they just take it, you know, that's a moment they remember.
Yeah.
So then, like gigs, I was just figuring out, like, bro, gigs are helping heaps, you know, and yeah, that's where.
Man, and aren't you so glad?
amazing.
Aren't you so glad? Praise God that
Praise
you
God,
know,
bro.
obviously you're a man of faith as well. So praise God that you said, "Hey, man, I'm just going to back myself and just kind of follow my dream." And so, and look at it. I can attest to it because I've seen all the comments. You got people from Nigeria, Ghana, Brazil, Portugal. Like, oh my gosh! I was like, man, gosh, this is international, man. So it's not just in New Zealand or Australasia. I look at the comments like, man, there's people from different countries all over the world listening to your music and giving you props, man. So, man, well done. Also, man, love her.
And I love what you just said there, because when you're chasing a dream, or you're setting up a business, or you know, you're trying to refine your art and, you know, get into the whole creating of it, when family don't see that you're helping out, you know, there's pressure on them, you know, and so the fact that you're saying communication is important. So did you like and I we're all Samoan, we're all Pasifika, we're all Māori.
Are you're Māori side, eh?
No, I'm including Brad. And so like we know from a family perspective, like we have a lot of whānaus, and huis, and we get together and we talk. Did you just initiate that yourself, or did your family like need to have a conversation with you, or how did you
Yeah.
approach that? Because it's awkward, eh? Because
Yeah,
you can hear
yeah,
them now
yeah.
tiptoeing around you.
Yeah.
They're starting to throw your washing out the window. And you are on the grind, but because they can't see the money,
Yeah.
they think, oh, you're just wasting your time.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that they said that, but I'm talking in general.
Yeah.
People might think, oh, you're wasting your time. See, he's got no money. Why would you do it? But it takes time. It
Yep.
takes time to create the product. And so like, like what was the build up for that? Just let people know how to do it. Because you can say communication by talking to your Samoan mum and dad.
Yeah. I don't know. It's real. I mean, I can say, but I feel like I was blessed with my parents. Like my parents just, like they've been supportive from day dot. You know, like I said, like my dad knew that I loved music growing up, and my mum and dad kind of they've seen that since my upbringing, so they kind of helped. Like when I had no communication, they kind of knew, you know, like, oh, he's doing this though, but he's doing this. So yeah, it's different for me. But then it was hard because like I brought it up before it did turn into a meeting.
It was heading that way.
Yeah, it was heading that way, and it is hard. But you know, if you just gotta, there's that wall you just gotta pass, man. It's just to talk to your parents, you know, like, yeah, it's not easy, but man, once you do pass that hard bloody wall of like talking to your parents, man, that your parents really do help you even more, you know. For me, because I was scared of talking to my parents, and not scared like they would be hiding them, but I was telling them my dreams, telling them my ambitions, and like I don't know how I did it, but what I would say is it's been like one of the best things I did do, you know. Include my parents in my business, in my my career, in my walk in life, you know. Getting them involved is like I wish I did it earlier, and I wish I did it sooner. It's like way more better, you know.
Because I can hear the because you need that support around you when you're in that grinding stage. And then even when you know your mum's coming into your room helping you with the lyrics, who better to help out with that stuff? And then your dad might be even saying, try this song. Like, but they know this stuff. This is their market. And they've poured it into, because I noticed one thing with like being raised up, because I'm born in Wellington as well, so I used to go to Porirua quite a bit. And would you say Porirua, Otara the same? Similar?
Yeah, similar.
Yeah, similar. And we're all really influenced by our parents' flavours and music. And I know when we were doing that program together, I was like, far out, these kids are listening to the music we grew up on. Like, it just rains, eh? So even like their input, their influence, like you said earlier, is huge in what you're doing today.
And in like my parents, they, you know, they weren't musicians, but man, they know, they have their own musical taste, and like I've grown to like grab bits from my dad and grab bits from my mom too, because they both like talented in their own way, but because it's real like real different perspectives in music, but you can use, because they're not all right. some of their help is a little bit.
You're not helping me.
Yeah, I'll save that for. But some I'll take part, you know, and some of their help is real good. And it is, bro, because it is. I haven't even talked about that before, like breaking that wall of talking to your parents. Yeah, that was a buzzy one.
Yeah, it's powerful though, eh? It's powerful because, again, you know, we know a lot of people who are from our cultural descent who are entrepreneurial. And we need the time to create stuff. And, you know, if your family aren't seeing the good straight away, that you're sitting there like, No, I'm honestly.
Yeah, no, yeah. That was me, 100%. It's like, no, I am doing some like the my mom and dad before. What's good is my mom and dad before thought that I could make a song and like one day like you just sing the song and it magically just plays and it magically just mixes itself. And they thought that I could just do songs like that. Eh? So the communication, I told them, it's not that easy. See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, and it's not. Gosh, to produce what you produce.
Yeah. So all of those artists that produce, and because Victor J. Sefo produces his own music, does his own business, his own video clips. Like he's just working all this himself, and we, like I said, we kind of came from the same. We started the same, and I wouldn't say he's figured out more than me, but man, I still look at Victor J. Sefo like, man, he's on.
Yeah. And probably together you guys are forced to be reckoned with, eh?
Oh yeah,
Share
even just
all
talking, even just talking to him, he's good yarn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And just the importance of asking questions, eh?
Yeah.
Because do you think our Pacific people are good at that?
No, we are not good at it. Yeah.
Why do you? Because I can hear in just your conversation and how you've skyrocketed in your journey, is a lot of it's come down to you hustling, you putting yourself out there, but you also asking heaps of questions. And I notice a lot of our people are not good at that.
Yeah. So asking questions just comes from being intrigued about this, or wanting to learn. Hey, that's a big one. I don't know how to get people to want to learn this, but it's like passion. That's why I say passion. Like if you have a passion for it, then that pretty much means that you want to learn this, you want to learn that, and that's where my questions come from. I just from wanting to learn this and wanting to learn that, and because of what helps me is because this is my income, this is my way of living. So man, I just can't stop. Like I got no choice.
Yeah.
So I'm just I gotta ask this question. I gotta ask this question.
You got to keep evolving, eh?
Yeah, you just gotta keep evolving. But some people, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we can only talk about our own experience.
That's good also. I like that. I like it. Like we talk about your mindset. Is there something, obviously you're an avid learner, is there something in the business or the music industry that you feel like I need to learn this just to take it to the next level, so to speak?
There's heaps to learn. That's what I'm saying. Like to keep learning. Like I just want to keep learning and keep growing. There's so much. I can't pinpoint to one, but like you just like you learn this and then you're just a little bit growing every day. We're just learning new stuff, and like you learn stuff. You learn something new from business, and then that helps with something else. It just all connects, and it just helps you grow as a person as well. Like just if you're dedicated, for me, it's like, and I see it when I'm not dedicated to my craft. If I go like a whole week and I just got out and didn't do anything, man, like. That's what you're gonna see for the next couple of months or something, But if I put in work for like 2 weeks and I can make 3 songs out of that, now I just wait for like a couple of months because I just released that month. So it's like your dedication to your craft, and that's what you see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's so good, man. Well, tell us, because I know the new tracks come out. Tamale Whai Whai Aso. Yeah. So tell us about that. The obviously the recent one that's come out. What's the story behind that one?
This is this year. One of the main reasons why I wanted to stay home to do my music was I really wanna, because we have heaps of village songs in Wayno, which is my mum's village, and my granddad, my mum's dad, was Whaipisi, so he knew a bunch of songs from our village, and I kind of want to like get into all of them, and I just want to get all my village songs out. It's again helping in what my uncles and aunties are saying. Hey, they're like, man, no one knows these songs anymore, and I'm like, bang, give it. So that's why I kind of want to do in the studio. That's part of my projects that I'm doing, but that one's a funny one because my uncle just just came to me and he was like, I got a song for you. And it's like, this is a song that we used to sing back then. And he just sung it to me. He's like, ole, ai, toi, fea, ila, va, ole, ui. And then I was like, that's mean. And then he just said, yeah, and I got a remix. And he said, so the song that I add to is Lonely, Lonely, eh? Lonely, lonely, lonely. They got the words, it's like the Makwa wrong words. But that's how, like, I grew up singing that with my family. Bro, what they'll do is, like, they all take turns, they're doing the verse and just doing their own dancing. So I grew up with that song. So when he said a remix with Lonely, like, that's if in our family and in our village, just like, if you know, you know. It's one of those songs. So when he said to remix it with that, so I just clicked and I did it. And I wasn't going to release it. I was just doing it for my uncle and I was going to give it to my uncle. But I liked it. So I was like, hey, this is coming out next week. Yeah, but sometimes it works like that and you get lucky. Sometimes you sit on songs for like 2 years, man.
Oh,
that's it.
wow. And then you just have to keep going back until you hit it?
Yeah, just keep going back until you cry.
Until you force yourself to cry.
Yeah.
But that's such a good measurement, man. Like, that's such a good way to know, hey, that it's finished.
Yeah.
Because some people can finish it too early or take too long, but you just got such a good intuition around that.
Yep.
And I think whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep doing it to strengthen that spiritual and emotional side of you. That's so important.
Yeah.
I know, man. It's just, man, awesome. Also, it's just, obviously, when you're a little bit younger, it just seemed like a mature kind of, experienced young man, more experienced.
Experienced.
But also, I got to tell you, I got to ask you, because obviously, I love it. You keep the journey open. It's kind of like an open book, blank pages, and then whatever you paint to it, it comes to life on the canvas, so to speak. But is there something in terms of end goal? Is it where would you like to be in 5 or 10 years' time?
I'd say that, like, I just want to be, at this point, man, I just want to be a good role model. I got heaps of nephews and nieces now, and I just want them to see what I see in other people who have inspired me, and I want them to be like, oh yeah, that's my uncle Weno, he's the man, at this and that, and man, that's I care about that more than wherever my career goes. I just want to be remembered as like a really good dude, because when the people that I did look up to and I do look up to, and it's like they're my idol way. Like, man, it's that's like a really big thing to me. Like I'm not here because of. I mean, I'm here because of most of these people. Like they inspired me in that way, and to think that I can make my family look at me the same, but my family, my friends, that'll be a big one. Like, yeah. I just want to be the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just call it the man.
I love that.
Man, yeah, awesome.
I love that.
That's cool. So, no Grammys, they no Grammys. Or...
Nah, Grammys, that's far.
I think a lot of good music don't get Grammys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well,
and it's probably a blessing not to.
It's that's another topic.
But the man is the man. I love that you said the man, because we need more role models, male role models. What is your take on the status of our men today? Because you're saying it's important to present that. Like, when you're saying these guys are inspirational, I'm not hearing just the music is inspirational. What are some of the other qualities that like really make you go, oh no, I really want to strive for that?
A quality for me is like that really gets me for people is like man, like bravery, like people who put themselves out there, like, and they people who shoot for Grammys, people who shoot for the stars, like, and they're not scared of whatever happens, that's what they want to do, and that's their goal, and then for them to like do it, like that's what buzzes me up. being brave enough to just have a go. Yeah, because at the same time it's intimidating, eh? But man, that's cool, you know. I want to be intimidated, and I want to intimidate someone, but you know, in a good way. Man, like they intimidate me, so I just like, yeah, I want to do that and be better than you. Like, you know, that kind of mindset.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Do you find that's lacking in our men in this day and age in terms of courage and boldness?
Yeah.
What's your gauge? What are you seeing out there or sensing out there?
Yeah, I reckon it could. I wouldn't say lacking because there's so many good men out there, so many good Pacifica men out there. You know, doing their things. You know, we can't forget our rugby players and you know our musicians and all of that. But then you know you grow up with and you know those good people who could have done this and yeah, you know those people who could have done that. So I wouldn't say it's lacking, but we do need a lot more, so that we can help a lot more. Eh? But yeah, man, all my I'm not even gonna say who all my idols and people who I look up to, all the inspiration of people. But man, thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
because
amazing.
that does really help, and I want people to. That's why I want people to look at me like that, because it really does get me, you know. That's me.
Yeah, because you're like I said, this is the vision of you that I have in my head. And you know, in terms of what you're doing now, like that to me shows how much bravery you've had to hustle your art form, you know, to get it out there, to start singing with some of your idols. Like people aren't just coming to you, you're doing stuff to get yourself out there, and that requires bravery. Do you think bravery, courage is a natural instinct is a natural thing for men? Do you think most men are born with that? Like, you know,
Yeah. Most men are born with it, and most men have it. It's just, I think it's, I don't know how to change this mindset thingy. Some men just, you know, because everyone's like brave and, you know, especially Pacifica men, you know, we're not gonna, we're not gonna be scared when it comes to a fight on that, you know. Everyone's courageous, especially Pacifica men. If you want to talk about that, but yeah, I just it's the being brave and courageous to. It's always something different that starts off that like being out of your comfort zone.
yeah,
It's always that I reckon most men struggle with, you know, getting themselves out of their comfort zone and being that vulnerable to do so. Yeah.
Yeah, they're courageous to defend, fight, all of that, eh? But when it comes to being vulnerable and saying, I want to do something,
Yeah.
do you think, because I like what you said, because I believe you too. I believe men are natural hunters, natural, like go out there, get it, like naturally courageous. I mean, that's why, you know, you marry a man because, you know that they'll be your protector and all of that stuff. But when we're saying it's a natural characteristic of a male, like what's getting in the way? Like what is, like you know, like diluting it or diminishing it or bringing it to a place where men are just not, like they're almost doubting themselves. You know, they want to do it, but you're a natural hunter. Like you can, but what gets in the way? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I wouldn't know. I mean, again, like I'll just talk on how I experience it, and like it's just for me being brave and being courageous. It's real something that I got from my family. You know, like being forced to do White Sunday and all of that, and then
Paid off.
yeah, because it starts off like that. Like, you know, when you watch the kids, you know, they're getting forced and they're crying, and then like you see a little bit later, then they're being great. Yeah. So if it's like that, it's like you got forced to do this as a kid, because obviously as a kid you don't have discipline and all of that. So it's probably just been like or probably just be like being forcing yourself. Hey,
Yeah, because you're having to like go
Yeah.
alter ego form,
yeah,
like not care, not think about, not overthink it. Maybe we overthink it, maybe,
yeah,
and we overthink it so much that the instincts like go,
yeah. Just go, just do it. Hey,
yeah, and then the other part of our brain goes, but what if? But I like what you're saying.
yeah. A lot of it is, you know, I don't know. A lot of it, I reckon, is like stereotype. Some men just think they were meant to do this. Some men think that they're just made for this and they're just made for that.
Yeah, and that's a danger of stereotypes, eh?
Yeah.
Because then we go, oh, we can't because we don't. We
Yeah.
have to fit in the box.
Yep.
That sucks.
You know, I think just need more education on, you know, on what you can do. You know, you're not just this. You're not just that. Like, you can do this and you can do that.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that's
when
a hard
you're-
one. Yeah.
No, it's. I mean, you're hitting it on the head, Wayne, when you're saying all those things, because the fact that you're doing it is showing people that it can be done, and that's a form of education for people.
Yep.
You know, so I love that you're. I love that is one of your main characteristics, because, and whatever we do as a community, we need to really encourage our men to be more brave.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is just that, you know, like, just do it. Like, yeah, it's gonna be there, and the reward is usually, like, for me, the reward is usually seki, you know, like, you pass this barrier, and no matter how hard that barrier was, man, the reward is amazing, you know, like,
Cool.
man, you didn't really want to do this, but man, when you did it, and when you did it, and it's finished now. Hey, like, then the reward is there. So I'm so happy after something that, you know, I was so scared of doing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Jeez.
because it tells you you're potentially like your idols,
Yeah.
because they did it, you did
Yeah.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's
cool.
powerful.
It is powerful also, because you mentioned, I think you may have kind of said it quite softly. You said, you know, your idols, they're great because I want to be great. And I believe that. I believe you want to be great, and I believe you're very well on your way in terms of what the future holds in terms of greatness. And like Carol was saying, I think a lot of men, because of their own reasons, it could be their own trauma, struggles, or hardships, whatever it is, that we can pinpoint. But it does take a lot of courage in what you're doing. And sometimes you don't have to say anything; you just have to do it.
Yep.
It's just the actions speak louder than the words. And you're living proof that if you put your mind to it and you believe it and you back yourself, it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
And so this young man from Purirua, Cannons Creek, I don't know, there must be something in the water there, because there's a lot of great talent out there also who's actually walking the talk and actually doing the things that you're doing. It speaks volumes also. And bro, we're very proud. Very proud, obviously, because you're Samoan, we're Samoan as well, but obviously in the Polynesians and our poly people would say the same thing. And so you represent more than just Samoa, you represent our poly people as well. So whether you like it or not, you talk about role models, you're already a role model by default. By default, man, people gotta look at you, whatever. He's a role model, whatever you do, and scrutinize you, whatever. And the lenses are always on you because of the music and the lyrics, whatever. But I love it that in spite of all the great things you're gonna do, and even more so in the future, that your greatest achievement wants to be, I'm the man. I'm a good man. I'm a role model for our young people, my family, my nephews, nieces, whatever it is, your cousin's family, every mum and dad. And so props to you. So props to you for tonight. Thank you for having the talanoa with us, but also thank you for your insights as well. Also,
Yeah, thank you.
it's a privilege that this young man has matured into an amazing man. And I know you're going to be the man. But I do need to ask you, I don't know, if you get another question, Carol?
No, I just want to say thank you for answering the question the way you did, because too many times we're trying to think about the barriers. You have a different mindset, eh? You're like, I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Straight away, you're like, actually, this is how we get there.
Yeah.
Just do it. Education, just your thinking, just your response shows how you think. You're not sitting there looking at the the walls. You're like, how do I get through it?
Yeah.
How do I get over it? How do I get around it? So I appreciate your response. I think it was spot on. And I wonder, when you just do it, is that when Wayno shows up?
yeah. You just gotta chuck Weno in there.
Jeez.
Which shows, I think everyone needs to call their alter ego a name.
Man, but because everyone has an alter ego, and some alter egos are probably should only like ngaka in your shower when you're having a shower. But man, what if the world wants it, Damn, and there's courage, bang.
Well, that's right.
Yeah,
because in
that's
your
true.
alter ego form, there's no barriers.
Yeah.
And you've already given so many examples on the field, in your music creativity, in your performances, when you're, hustling to get your stuff out there, you're in Wayno mode.
Yeah.
And if that's what it takes for us to get into to be courageous, because, we overthink stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call myself Caroline No. No, I was kidding. That was dry. That was so dry.
It's like,
No, but I'm gonna find myself an alter ego name.
courage.
Yeah.
Find myself an alter ego name so that I can give myself permission to just not think.
Yeah. Like Spirit Rangasai.
No, I'm not gonna say her name.
Come out, ego. Jano.
Oh my gosh.
It's a joke. You know what?
I think honestly, Wayne, I think you're on to something tonight, man. You may have just saved people thousands of dollars to go to the psychologist and think of a way to break. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
This talk tonight around your Wayno and you being Wayne and being courageous, you've released something, honestly, and I hope people take it serious. That in all of us, we can just do it and not think and just get on with it. And I think if it means creating a name for your alter ego to do that, then do it.
Yeah, that's what it is. Creating a name for your alter ego. Because everyone already has an aim. Create a name for your alter ego and bring it to life. Oh, and bring it outside of your house, in your bedroom. Hey.
Yeah. Not just leave it in the shower.
Yeah, because we were all little kids like dancing in front of the mirror, and like, everyone done that.
As long as it doesn't kill you full on there.
Yeah.
And that too. No, but you're right. You're right. That bit has always been there, and then society gets in the way.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff that we have to keep in mind. But like you're saying, if you really want it and you believe in what you're creating, switch on your Wayno and like your alter ego, give it a name, whatever it is, and just don't think and just get it done. Because like you said, man, the rewards are real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, it is a good point, bro. Because like what you said there's some people out there who it just stops there. The buck stops in the shower or whatever, and you're singing your heart out. But you said something that's really important, because maybe what if the world needs this?
Yeah.
What if the world needs to hear this or see this or whatever, witness this? And who misses out? Not just you, but also the world. And then it could be something life-changing for the world to see.
Yeah.
And so also that's, man.
Hey, my book, I'm going to write a book now. My book comes out next week. Alter ego.
Wayno. Call yourself Wayno.
Man, also, man, thank you so much for the talent also. But hey, just one more question also, the $1 million question. Is there Miss Lai? Is there someone in the picture? Because
that's my mum. My mum.
No one, because you're a strapping young man, handsome young man. I know you must have a lot of numbers and people like, and women flocking here and there. But is there someone on air that you think, man, maybe, just maybe?
Yeah, this is a maybe. This is a maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, but now, maybe. Nah, this is a maybe, but now Miss Lai is my mum.
Yeah,
that's
that's cool.
nice.
You, just to clarify, you didn't say baby, eh? I was kidding. It was a maybe. I'm just being cheeky. It was a maybe, guys. It was a maybe. No, that's cool.
Man, love also. Hey, thank you once again for love also for jumping on tonight and coming at the table and chatting with us. Also, every guest that comes on, we always give them a gift. We always do a bit of a caricature, a cartoon of how we envision them to be. And so right next to you, Caroline, there's and also a bottle of champagne to continue celebrating your success. Your success also. This is on behalf of the Mandate team.
Thank you.
For you also.
Oh, yeah. Wayno.
Man, awesome, man. Thank you so much for your time.
So that's right. That you pay me.
Yeah, man. But
That's right. Well, you're a talented man too. I remember.
oh man, thanks, Woos. But also, is there anyone, just off the top of your head, is there anyone you can think of that would be ideal to come on the podcast? You feel like, man, this guy will add value to the podcast or to people, the listeners and the viewers.
Oh man, there's a lot of people. I'm gonna plug all my friends. Victor J. Sifo. There's also JM's, who I do a lot of music with. He's a dancer, singer-songwriter as well. There's a lot of people, but I'm gonna keep it with him. Oh, Nathan Lopa from back in Wellington. Man, whenever he's in Wellington, I'll get him to get in contact with you guys.
Cool.
He's got the role of what do you call it? Director of Poriroa Polyfest.
Oh, wow.
So he's the director of Poriroa Polyfest now. Nathan's like 25, 26.
What?
Oh, man, so wise, man. He's you better cut this. I don't want him to hear me saying this. But he'll be good for your podcast. Like I said, he's the MC he's Mr. MC for Wellington.
Jeez.
Yeah, he'll be mean for your podcast.
He's young, eh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
No, there's a lot of people, but I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Awesome. No, thank you. Also, we always give our guests the last words of encouragement for our men, our viewers, listeners, anyone out there. What do you want to say?
Thank you to Mandy. Thank you, Ursula and Caroline. Thank you for having me. Just thankful and grateful for being here tonight. I just hope, we had a lot of gems in this podcast, man. So I just hope you guys can take something from it and continue to inspire and motivate those around you. But yeah, I leave you with do everything with love and not for love. Read your Bible and pray every day and you grow. Shout out to Poriroa 5024. Let's go.
Yeah, awesome. Please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. We'll look forward to your after comments. And as usual, Caroline, refine, unlock,
and take charge.
Mandate.